Well, it's a fine Tuesday, isn't it?
It is Tuesday.
Are you?
It was nice.
Are you still alive? Are you? Have you been covered with the coronavirus yet? Where you're not living anymore? Still alive?
You know, I keep talking about that. Since I've been to England, I've had 4 different bugs. I call them bugs. I don't know what the fuck they want to call them. I've had 4 different simulated bugs or whatever. Got through every one of them. The roommates, the flatmates, they had actual bugs where one of them wanted to go to the hospital at one time. I said, hang in there. You ain't going nowhere. Just fight through it. Nothing bad. It's nothing that you can't handle at home. Nothing I didn't have when we were kids there growing up. Nothing any fucking different. I had the mumps before. The fucking throat swelled up. You couldn't breathe. I just recently got over that one with my tongue swelled up. Throat was swelled up. But I got through it in 3 days tops. No problem. Sleep was great.
There's actually been people that had that flu. I call it just a flu. And then they really have too much on it. It's just some people had it, got rid of it, it's gone. But, I created a YouTube URL for my channel. Look, it's not a bunch of letters and numbers now.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Yeah, it looks prettier, doesn't it?
Goddamn,
since I couldn't just use the road Gypsy Road, I had to put something in the end of it. What is 101?
Oh, that the way it lines up all pretty, man. Look at this.
Yeah. So I decided to use 101 at the end of Gypsy Road. Basically means Highway 101 because that's a famous highway in California.
Yeah, that's pretty.
When you take that cruise, dude, you take that cruise on 101 Highway 101. Social Distortion's got a great song called Gypsy. Gypsy Road. No, Cinderella has a song called Gypsy Road. Social Distortion has a song called Highway 101.
Yeah, I think
we got a lot of good people. We got ACL 781 from the UK. We got our good friend Mike, who always questions us, which he should. He has, you should question us.
Cool.
You got Ann Gaynor in. You got Michael Haley. You got Ann Gaynor, Lisa Silver, and Lisa Silver. Got your answer. Okay, got your answer. Whoever watched the show last week, Lisa wondering if does these Apple iPods have batteries in them? Okay, so they do have batteries in them, and I actually own a pair. So I was like, hey, I want to know what kind of batteries are in here. So basically, these has Apple lithium batteries in them.
Ooh, little lithiums.
Yes. Now, what I read is these batteries in these AirPods can see significant degradation over time, with 2 years old sets lasting for less than half of the advertised 5 hours. So basically,
little lithium.
It has batteries, but like any batteries, any kind of battery in any kind of a machine is going to degrade during time. Yeah. I mean, that's just okay. I thought I got stuck for a second. I guess I didn't. So, and what I was saying is, they guarantee 5 hours, but during the 2 years, the 5 hours drops. Which most anything that has battery drops, and it is designed like that on purpose. People might not believe it or not. It is designed on purpose because why? They want you to buy new ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like cords. I'm down with the cord. I like I still have a cord phone. I like cords. I'm in the cord.
There's a problem now. There's a problem. Like okay.
Uh-oh.
See, but what cord? See, like I have a Google Pixel phone. And most Apple phones, they don't have where you can hook up a cord anymore.
Yeah, right. They have everything's like magnetic. Where you just attach it to
you have to hook it up Bluetooth. I mean, you don't have a choice.
Wow.
Now what's kind of cool is about the Apple one. I'm not getting paid by Apple to promote their product. So they don't give me a fucking dime. I don't think
we got no fucking money from that shit.
I don't think Apple is gonna sponsorship this show.
No.
Which I would accept, but they're not. But what is kind of cool is when you put these in your ear, it automatically does connect to your device, like your iPod automatically connects, it plays. When you take it out of your ear, it stops. So it does stop, and when you put it back in here, this case does charge it. Now, there is fallbacks. You can lose these son of a bitches like anything. You can lose these things quickly. So, and these things aren't cheap. I mean, they're from $150 to $200, probably more. No, hey, Mike. Mike said, I thought Brian was going to be on today. Is it tomorrow? No. Guys, let me explain how the guests on our show this week. Today is just me and Bob, unless one of you in the chat wants to come on, talk to us. Thursday, we have a guest. We have a guest from a channel called Paranormal TV. She's a wonderful girl, wonderful person that's from this YouTube channel where she's been doing ghost walks, ghost hunts for over 5-6 years on YouTube. So she's nothing new, but she's down to earth, just a normal person. And she's not part of any Mandela effect community, no flat earth community. And sometimes that's funner, Bob, because
I like it.
For questions, because sometimes you ask a person a question who's from a Mandela effect community, might give you an answer that they think that everybody's going to know, that's going to like. You know what I mean? I'm not saying bandwagon. I'm not saying bandwagon, but when you get somebody who's not from the community, so if you ask them a question, what they remember, you're going to get an honest answer.
Yeah.
And I told her we're going to ask her some questions, and I'm not going to ask her what kind of questions, so we get some honest answers. Now, Friday is the day that Brian Staley is coming on. It is a big flat earth with the Matrix guys. And I'm telling you, Bob, I'm excited for this because the Matrix boys kept texting me saying, dude, did you get somebody from the flat earth? Because they want to learn. Dude, they want to learn. It's not like, hey, I just need to fill the body out for Friday. Let's get somebody on here. They want to do this show bad because Sagenic Red wants to know how a flat earth can exist. He wasn't denying that it didn't exist. He didn't know why. So who's better than Brian Staley himself? So Brian Staley will be on this show this Friday talking flat earth with the Matrix boys. And it's kind of cool, right? Because we're going to have Matrix community, flat earth community, Mandela effect community, and the paranormal community. It's going to be a show with all communities here at once. And Flat Accord Music, I reached out to him to see, can he create me a 30-second song that represents flat earth and Matrix together. And he is.
Wow.
It's kind of like we're going to have fun with it. We're going all out on this, Bob. We're going all out. We're going to have fun. We're going to have a special intro song that's from our own listener from the chat. So it's just going to be fun. Cool. So now you guys should watch all our shows. You guys should. But Friday is going to be a special show. It is going to be fun. And I actually been reaching out, Bob, to the nay haters. You remember I was telling you on Monday, the people who gave me a bunch of hate for doing the flat earth videos? Oh. I went to them and said, hey, guys, be cool, be gentle. I'm doing the show. I want you guys to have an open mind and come and listen. So I invited people to listen. Now, of course, if they're jackasses, we got a lot of good people in the chat will kick their ass out. But I want them all here on Friday. I want everybody to listen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would love that too.
You know?
Listen. I mean, I wasn't fucking born behind a barn, man. I went to the University of Washington. I got an advanced fucking degree. I worked at the Museum of Flight. I worked at Aerospace Museum, fuckers. I went to school for anthropology, archaeology. I know a lot of shit. I'm not smart, but what I know, I know. Now, I might not have gotten a fucking A in class. I got a D in class, but what I know, I know. So when it comes down to a lot of the flat earth information, people, it is plausible. And when I talk about things, I use words like plausible, like keep within the range of science. So when they say there's a dome up there with all the math, with all the information I'm told, with everything they've given me, the experiment homework to do on my own, it's all plausible. So when they start screaming about this, it's not fucking. Well, then tell me what you've done for an experiment. What's your homework?
You're right. These nay haters, and the Matrix boys, they know this. They know that if they come on here, talk about flat Earth, and if they're going to mirror this video on their channel, they're going to get a lot of hate, and they're willing to take that because I showed you all the hate that I got just because I had Joey Roca on here. But fuck them.
Yeah.
But what they don't understand is, like you just said, when they come and watch a show on Friday, the Matrix Unveil guy, he is going to college at the moment. Sagenic Red goes to college. You graduated from college. I graduated from college. Brian didn't Brian go to he did go to broadcasting school. So everybody who's on everybody who's on the streaming services going to be on there on Friday has all been to college. So you can't say, hey, these guys are a bunch of idiots. Dude, we all been to college. You've been to college. You know, what was your main topic?
Anthropology focused in archaeology, advanced school for archaeology. And
what's cool is, I'm going to ask Matrix Unveil, I don't remember him ever telling us what his study was that he's going to college for, which that'd be interesting. And my college degree is in network and business. Network people, network. Now I want to go back real quick, Bob. I want to go back real quick just to the 5G. I don't want to get too deep into the 5G, but I wanted to make some corrections here that I think maybe some people misunderstood what I stood, or maybe I misunderstood the person from the chat. Now, the person from the chat said she had a cable guy over her house with a modem that had 5G in it. Now, and I said, a modem doesn't have a 5G. Now, let me make a correction on that. A regular standard cable modem that's not a wireless phone number attached to it is just a modem, just a router modem. Talked to one of my friends who works in a warehouse who opens up these. They said they have some cable boxes. They're saying there's some 5G technology in it, but there's not. It's just an extended power. But now there are 5G modems. Now, these 5G modems are no different than the 4G modems and the 3G modems that you could go to like a Verizon store, you could go to a Sprint store, and you could buy hotspot 5G modems. But they're based on a phone number, just like a cell phone. It's just like this, where you could turn this on and create this to be like a router where you connect stuff to it. So a Verizon store, any store they can sell you a 5G, but of course, it's based on a wireless phone number. So it connects you directly into the tower. Okay. Now, when the person from the chat, she said cable. So I was thinking maybe she meant a typical cable box, like a cable TV installer. Now, maybe she had a Verizon installer. Now, I should have cleared that part up. But there are 5G modems that connect to the wireless router. Now, there is, let me do a screen here, connection here. Can 5G, now, oh, there it is. Can 5G replace everybody's home broadband? Okay, now.
Probably, yeah.
Well, I mean, technically, okay. Now, first of all, not all phones are 5G. You know, if you got an older phone, older phones are usually 3G or 4G. Now, all because you have a 5G phone, your service has to be 5G ready also. So all because you have a 5G phone, it doesn't automatically mean you're connected to a 5G. Okay. Your service has to have it. And I've told you guys on Friday that there is some services like T-Mobile saying that they're 5G. They're fake 5G. They're not a true 5G system. They just added some processors. You know how like when you buy organic, a farmer can pass something organically that's not really true organic. You know, and like the word HD, you know, like HD TV, now there's HD soap, there's HD this. people use the HD name like it's nothing. So 5G is becoming, now I'm not talking about the conspiracy side of it. No, that's different. But what I'm saying is they can use 5G for any kind of wording. It doesn't automatically mean it's true 5G. So don't assume that you hear something is 5G. It's not really a true 5G system. Okay, because not all systems are upgraded. Now, most places going to be upgraded are going to be mostly in the cities first. Now, can 5G replace a modem? I mean, as of right now, you could buy 4G hotspot as it is now. I mean, you know, people use their phones as internet. Some people don't even have a cable modem at the house. Now, it all depends on what you're going to use it for, really. I mean, if you're a single person, right? You're one person living in a house. You don't do a streaming services or nothing. You don't do a YouTube channel. A 4G, 5G modem could be perfect for you off your phone.
Yeah.
But now, like me, I'm using StreamYard. I'm using YouTube. And I have multiple people that's connected, okay? Yeah. I need the cable modem. I need the terabyte.
Yeah.
Okay? 4G, 5G won't handle what I'm doing. So it just all depends on what you're using it for. Now, you know, in 3-4 years, there's going to be a 6G.
And a 7G. It reminds me of Windows. I remember everyone was talking about Windows. Windows this. Windows 7. Oh my God. With Windows 10, they're going to hack your computer and take everything. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to put that down entirely. Windows 10 did have some programs that were kind of shady. So there is shady shit in any advancement with the conspiracy theory people. I'm going to give you guys a bone. With any advancement, there's always a little bit of shadiness to it. But that shadiness is to make a little bit of money. It's not to kill birds. And so when you're, there's always shadiness in it.
Well, like Mike's right. How do you know if something is a true 5G or not? That takes research on the individual thing you're looking at, because there's so many things that claims it. Now, T-Mobile, I should have, maybe Thursday I'll bring up the specs on why T-Mobile is not really a true 5G system like a Verizon is, okay? Now, like this guy wrote, 5G requires more infrastructure, more towers. It doesn't travel as far as 4G, and the 26K doctor signed a petition to stop it. Now, the doctor part, I don't know about that part, but yeah, 5G takes more infrastructure. It takes more fiber. It takes a lot more because, also, say I bought a 5G modem right now, a 5G telephone modem. My speed also does depend on how far my tower is and how far it has to travel back to the head end. Okay, so closer I am to the tower, better it is. Farther away I am, worse than it is. Now, a cable modem, a cable through like Comcast or whatever, it doesn't matter how far you are. It travels through fiber. It doesn't matter. You could be 20 miles away from the head end. Your speeds are the same. Now, your tower, depending on how the infrastructure is built, does depend on how far you are from every system. Now, the thing about 5G, it travels farther and longer than 4G. Now, like I said, I'm not talking about no conspiracy part of it, but that's just the basic facts of a 5G just stretches longer. Like, have you ever hooked up a wireless modem at home, and now you can connect to a 2.4 megahertz, or you can hook up to a 5 megahertz? Have you seen that? Where you have a choice to connect to a 2.4 and a 5 megahertz off your modem at home?
Well, yeah, the little switch on the back, you can switch it.
Now, see, like a 2.4 megahertz is it actually stretches longer than the 5. Actually, it's like reverse in a way. Okay, but if you're close enough, if you want better bandwidth, stronger signal, 5 megahertz is better than the 2.4, but the 5 has problems to travel even more than the 2.4. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Remember, guys, I worked in the cable industry. I went to college for this. Now, like that little hotspot I showed you, that little white thing I showed you on Friday, helps to keep that signal and makes it stronger. Where everything, where my whole house, I could connect with the 5 megahertz, not the 2.4, and the 5 megahertz gives you more better bandwidth for like YouTube's, Netflix and everything. Now, so in the end of the day, it also depends on how things are compressed. I don't know if you have cable TV over there right now at your house. Do you have cable TV?
I don't think it's cable.
But
there's a box.
Can you watch an HD channel where you're at on TV?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Like you have a 1080 1080 high definition channel, and say I have the exactly 1080 HD channel. Now they're both 1080, but yours might not be as clear as mine because your 1080 HD channel might be more compressed, where they're not opening up the full bandwidth to a clearer picture. That's basically everything. Like my HD 1080 might be better than yours. Or how about this? Let me give you a better example. 4K. You can rent 4K through whatever services on your TV now, right? You connect your TV to your modem. You can rent 4K. The new Star Wars movie's out, right? You can rent 4K.
Yeah.
Now, it's 4K, right? It's clear. But the 4K disc is going to be even more clearer than the 4K that you rent. They both have 4K name, but the disc is full bandwidth, full picture, full color.
You mean the disc they put into the machine?
You're renting it from Fandango, I don't know, AMC. It could be a more compressed 4K that's not it could barely hitting that 4K mark, but they could call it a 4K rental. That's why some people say, man, this 4K doesn't look like it looks like a regular HD, because it might be almost the same. So 1 inch a little higher, but you put it on the disc, it's full bandwidth, it's full picture.
Yeah, so with my eye,
physical is always going to be better than wireless.
Yeah,
but the sad thing is the discs are going away. I mean,
right?
One of the major companies, is it Toshiba or something? They're stop. So there's a major DVD company to stop making DVDs, and once this one major company stops, then usually it's dead. It's going to be like the old 8-tracks, gone for good.
Yeah, 8-track beta. It's like beta. Oh, remember the laser records? It's like laser records. Remember the big laser record?
I wrote, they want direct access to your brain so they can show you commercials while you sleep. Elon said they're working on the bandwidth problem as we speak. Yeah. And remember, your eyes also could only see so much.
Yeah.
4K, 5K, 6K. Dude, your eyes, you call it 10K. Your eyes can only see so fucking much.
And here, I mean, the audio, I've got somebody in the house that I live in, one of the flatmates had a hearing infection, like kind of like you had, Eric. Hearing infection. They had the whole thing stitched off and the tubes and the whole thing in one of the ears. So this person has that like magic powers in this weird place after shifting to be able to, like we talk about how I got a little bit of water so I can see farther. You got a little bit of water in your ear, maybe you can hear better. This person has the same thing you do. And so we're sitting down watching movies. This person's like, do you hear that? I said, hear what? I can't hear a thing. I was sitting back and what are you talking about? Do you hear that extra pissy noise? There's a itchy, like a little bit of a twingy, itchy noise within the audio when we're listening to it on the couch. And I go, I don't hear. What are you talking about? And we turn it off, dead silence. Turn it back on, and this person says, I can hear it. There's an undertone message thing going through the fucking audio. I go, no shit. No, I'm not going to distrust this person. So I go, well, that's fucking weird. So you're able to hear in between the audio lines. So there is, so far, someone brought it up to me. It's something they're putting in there. They plausibly, let me put it this way, plausible. They might be squeaking something into the audio for you to hear something. Suck a dick, suck a dick, suck a dick. So, who knows what they're saying in there? Run to the streets, go crazy, turn your clothes off, kill your neighbor. Who fucking knows?
Listen, I wasn't saying there's no funny business going on with the we got Mike on. I wasn't never saying there's nothing going on, some funny business going on with certain pockets of the 5G areas, because you can manipulate sound, you can put things in people's head. But on an overall scale, it's harder than it is. But you can manipulate pockets very easily.
Yeah, I don't think it's to kill birds. It's not birds to kill themselves, but like you said, like when Walt Disney, I've seen it myself when Walt Disney slows down the captions of the pictures, and they got cartoon characters that look like a phallic symbol. You got to step back and go, "Come on, man! Now that is a phallic symbol. Come on, that is a dick and balls."
That's a dick and balls. Mike, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me? How you guys doing? Eric
I
and
haven't watched
Robert?
the video. Mike, have you watched that video from Lifting the Lid? The one where it's titled with like 5G is killing some trees. Have you watched that one?
Yeah, I think so. I watch his videos a lot.
I didn't watch that one. What is that? What is that video on? What is that theory about on that 5G in that area killing some trees?
Well, I guess 5G is having an effect, on all biological things like birds and trees and such, and it could be in combination with the chemtrails that's kind of being poured down on the surfaces as well. So.
I mean, now if you're gonna do fear, I mean, that is probably the best way you have to do it, where you do it in pockets, because pockets are where you can control it more. It's harder to control 5G on a overall because the traveling it does, the amount of people that own the fibers, there's a lot of stuff that's involved. But I mean, don't be surprised about it. Hey, I'm gonna ask you guys this: when you read stories about stuff, sometimes I feel like there's a conspiracy within the story where the story is trying to make a person sound crazy, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. I read it this morning. I didn't get to. Okay, here it is. Okay, there's a story where it's NASA. It's about NASA, guys. It is about NASA, but there's a woman, NASA astronauts. A strange wife charged with lying about space crime allegations. Okay, now I'm going to tell you the short end of the story because I read it. I read it this morning, where basically this woman was married to another woman who's an astronaut who's supposed to have been part of the 2014 first all-woman space shuttle group that supposed to walk and never happened. I wonder why it never happened. Well, apparently she accused of this astronaut woman to break into her bank account while she's in space. So they call it the first space crime. Guys, I'm not joking on this story.
No, I know.
But what I'm wondering is, oh fuck, curse, it's freezing. What if
it got blurry too?
It got blurry. Can you guys still hear me?
I hear you.
What if okay, so now they're saying this woman's a liar, this never happened. But what if the true story here is this woman who was married to this woman found out that NASA is a bunch of bullshit and tried to come out with it, and now they're using this story to make this person like she's a fucking nutball.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, that's very plausible. But I mean, like, what's in the news now that's like we're talking a lot about like 5G and coronavirus and stuff. But then, what do you guys think about this saying, the Atlas C-19 quote unquote comet? And there is a direct correlation with comets in space, because I mean, I'm sorry, we're talking about space, and everything NASA pours out there is just a bunch of bullshit. And it's a very common tactic they're gonna use, like kind of tinfoil hat, crazy people, look at this lady, and like, come on, man, it's like a rabbit hole, like, anybody who questions NASA, they're gonna present them as being crazy or whatever. But like, what about this fucking comet that it's got like 3.3 million mile tail coming at us, and then we're going to be able to see it with a naked eye real soon. You know what I mean? I'm curious about
Bob,
that.
Well, Bob talked about that last week. Remember, Bob? You brought that up. You have a picture of it, don't you?
Yeah, I had I don't have it up right now, but I have all the pictures and everything to it. Yeah, I've been researching it. It come around and they spotted it around 2019. It was they discovered it. They discovered it in Hawaii around 2019.
Yep.
Well, okay, guys. Remember, hypothetical. Okay, so those flat earthers out there, don't be biting on your fucking fingernails right now. We all know it's bullshit, but I'm telling you, the mainstream media idea.
God
so
damn
around 2000, they found it coming in, we're going to be able to view whatever it is. Now, let me remind people, regardless if you're flat or round or fixed or square, that in antiquity, as an archaeologist, there has been and always will be. Well, yeah, in tapestry, in artwork, and all the things from back in the day, question that also. There's been comets in the past, and they've always been significant for things in mythos and mythology. They've been there, they exist. Are they chunks of the dome? I don't know what they are. But what it is something that comes in and lights up the sky. It's visible for a short while. It's going to be between Venus, which is the brightest star, they say, and Venus and the moon. It's going to be around Venus and the moon at night. Also, it's going to be around Venus and the sun. I don't know if you can see that together. The sun's going to be that pan thing up there, that McDonald's fucking heating lamp. But it's going to be
like that. It's not going to hit us like that picture.
It's supposed to be. And remember, Mike, you made fun of it before. I think it was Jupiter. It's around the Jupiter side. It's half the size of the
sky. They were saying that it was like 5 times the size of Jupiter, and then it became like 2 times the size of Jupiter. And apparently it's got like a tail of like 3.3 million miles. So comets have been associated with disasters, earthquakes, famines, and plagues. Wow.
Correct.
So if you see a comet, with your naked eye, that does not bode well for humanity. In general, because every time, you look at all these like black plague, like paintings or whatever, disaster paintings of like buildings falling and stuff, there's a comet they painted up in the air. Well, that kind of sucks.
Yeah. If you want to put it, I'm sticking with the God theory. So for some reason, God likes to put a little bit of a fucking sign up there saying, there's a sign for you guys, something bad's going to happen. So get your shit straight. Kind of a way of a communication from a God, gods, aliens, AI, whatever, a lampshade, whatever you guys want to call it. We know those ain't fucking stars. I don't want to go in that debate, but supposed to, like what we said, it's going to show up. It's going to be, you're going to see some of it this month. There's one asteroid coming this month, if you believe that. And then there's going to be the comet, which is half the size of the sun. So it's going to be very visible to the Earth. Whatever you want to call it, but it's going to be there.
But you don't believe in comets or asteroids, and neither. Yeah, you
can call it whatever you want.
There is. Well, they're probably plasma charged at us.
We're giving it a name. Just give it a name. We don't know. Again, you're correct. We can use the Old English. If you're tired of the Old English, you can use a new word. It's a plasma ball. I'm just saying comet just for conversation pieces. I'm with you, Mike, 100% on that. So comet, plasma ball. Yeah, I think it's more significant in what it's meaning other than what it is at this point. I think it's going to, like you said, it brings about a message of disaster. So we're going to think about that. Yeah. Let's just think about what the message is. Let's move into the messages.
and I'm sure we're going to get in real deep on Friday.
Yes, that's what I got.
Brian, we're going to get in deep with the comments and all that. So that's going to be a good time.
On Friday. Oh, okay. So let's not get into it today then.
That's true. That's true. Because it's going to be cool. We can.
Okay.
We can, but we all know Brian's
going to talk about whatever.
We're going to be talking about all month, guys.
Okay.
It's going to be talked about until it shows up. We could beat this horse up a lot until it shows up because it's going to mean something. And some of the conspiracy debates are with the we know nobody's in the hospitals. I've got personal information over here from people I know. There's nobody in the hospital with the exception of people that are actually sick with the flu, regular flu. So there's people in there that are regular. There's no fucking overloading. There's nothing crazy. However, why have empty hospitals? Well, maybe this new this comet that's going to give us a message of mass destruction. So it's kind of nice to have these spaces available when the actual thing hits, when something really bad hits. So maybe, and only maybe an hypothetical thing, possibly they've made this shit up with the virus to empty these things and pre-prepare for something that's going to happen, that's real, that's actually real. Or some of us might have to put gloves on to help. So that might happen.
I think so.
Yeah. So I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I think so.
The astrology way. Go ahead, Mike.
It's hard to understand that you keep hearing on the East Coast that they need nurses, they need all this, and then I listen to Brian. He was in contact with somebody directly that they're laying off nurses. They're laying off 20 hours out of the 40 hours. So it's like, so what is it? Do they need people or are they laying off people? I mean, what the fuck is it?
That's the catch. You're on call. So there's the catch here, dude. You're on call. They're prepping people to be on call. They're getting you on the payroll or on the paperwork to be on call. They got your phone number and you're qualified. So if Mike goes in there and signs up his shit, he's on call. So that means when maybe that fucking thing shows up in the sky and something really happens and people are actually getting sick or falling down, then they call Mike in. He's ready to go and fucking ready to go. He's already been checked out, reviewed. He knows the procedure. He's a doctor. He's a nurse. He's a whatever. He can start working. So maybe they're prepping this in advance.
They're also making additional facilities as well. I mean, not just those two ships, Mercy and Comfort, but they're creating additional spaces where like I don't know what Walmart or like stadiums or whatnot, and they're being converted. Right?
Yeah.
Like Washington, where you living at? Did they make something in the middle of the city in Seattle?
Yes. The football stadium. There's a section there that the military is using for, according to them, to bring people in there. But I drive there, by there, take Sissy to work. I don't see nothing there, but apparently they're there. But I don't see nothing going on there. Now,
you went in?
I get so fucking pissed off at the media. I do. I get pissed off at the media. All right. Now, I don't like Donald Trump, people. Okay. I don't like Republicans. I don't like Democrats. They all fucking all should vote for me. But
let it all out, Eric.
But I going to agree with Trump on one thing. He was telling the truth on one thing. A reporter was asking him, what is the government doing to help? And Trump kind of got tired and like, dude, what do you guys think the government stands on the streets and handing out kits? You think the government? No, it's done by hospitals and doctors, which he wasn't lying. I mean, he's right. The government ain't going to go out there and fucking hand out tests. They're going to be sitting in their $1 million homes and streaming their votes. They're not going to be. So he was 100% correct on that. And this is when I get fucking tired of the fucking media. We need more masks. We need more of this. Well, you keep on saying fucking hospitals need more nurses, which they're getting laid off 20 hours, right? People are coming out of retirement. But Bob, what about the fucking workers in these blue collar workers in these warehouses that have to make this shit? What do you think? They are not people? You don't think they need to go home and rest? They're not getting sick. These fucking people need help. I don't hear the government or the news saying, hey, these factories that are actually making these kits, they need help. They need bodies. If people are getting sick, they're getting sick too. Why not help the fucking really blue collar workers in this fucking government and fucking hospitals and nurses? They need this, they need that. What about the middleman? What the fuck? They need help.
Well, I got to question Trump though about something. I don't know if you guys noticed something though. Well, I don't know if you guys.
But Trump's with you.
Yeah, but he's with me now. He was telling me everything. He told me everything. Did you guys notice one very important thing about the commander-in-chief at the podium? Do you guys know anything about that? Do you guys? Okay, now I'm ex-military. I would know these things.
I don't watch him every day. I just saw that one footage that I actually agree with.
The United States seal is gone.
Thank you,
the United
Mike.
States seal has disappeared.
Really? I didn't notice that. I'm gonna have to watch it.
You have to be the president to stand behind the United States presidential seal. It's gone.
Well, dude, I'm sorry. I was just so pissed off that everybody actually fucking care for the medical stuff and nobody cares about the little man who has to make these shit. And everybody they're not getting enough.
Yeah, so it's
there's 700,000 people who are laid off in America. 700,000 people. There's a wall. Wall that it's the wall of unemployment. That's the wall.
I'm one of them.
That's the wall that we have built. Well, yeah. So are like 700,000 plus other people.
Yeah.
Officially. That's officially.
There's
300 million people in America. So Robert, sorry.
Oh no.
It's
all a fucking joke. I mean, it's all a fucking joke, man.
Let me add some more to this. Now I'm going to shout somebody out. I really want to get him on here if we can, because he is going some fucking research that he sent me some email information on, which is fucking phenomenal. ComicCon has been putting snips out of information that's really fucking interesting. And I followed up with what he was talking about, and I can't give it away 100% because I got some information, but he's been really nailing some shit. There in 2019, guys, around October, there was a worldwide military competition exercise. And guess where? Wutong or Wutong. Now, Mike always says, stop saying Wutong here. No, actually, there is a Wutong. There is a Wutong. So there is a Wutong in China.
Wait. Where the fuck is Wutong, though? Where is Wutong?
Look it up. There's a section in Wuhan, but it's called Wutong, and that's one of the competition areas. So that's why I joke about Wutong.
Okay.
And the Wu-Tang, whoop. Anyway, so they had 2019. They had a competition thing I've never fucking heard of in my life. Started around 1995. Yeah. I got out of the military in 95. My dad was a military enthusiast. I was a military enthusiast. Eric, you're military. I have never heard of a fucking worldwide military merry-go-round exercise get together for any kind of games. Never military games I've ever heard of. So it started in 1995, military games across the globe. The only non-participant was, guess who? England, of the big powers. England did not participate, whatever. So in 1995, all the way to 2019, there was a major exercise. And it wasn't 2 months later, after all of the military cleared out, all the nation's militaries cleared out of the games. Of course, America was like number 12. China sweeped it. They won everything pretty much. Of course. And then about 2 months later, the Wuhan virus came out. Just 2 months later. So there was all of people from all over the globe was in China, in Wuhan, for these military competitions. All of the military, all the best of the best of the best. Obviously, America didn't win anything, so they did not send the best of the best. Smart guys. But Korea sent their best of the best. People sent the best of the best. And these best of the best came
How do you know?
Coronavirus.
How do you know Korea sent their best of the best, dude? I mean, maybe they're also holding their cards back, though, too.
That's true.
Right? How do you really know? That's true.
They probably did the same. They probably sent their. That's why China swept it. So again,
you're like saying like Americans are smart and Koreans are stupid. That's what you're saying.
So
that's what
I hear you, motherfucker.
I stand corrected. Mike is saying, well, we didn't send their best of the best. That's why they didn't have an outbreak.
Those are some fighting words, man. I'll fucking take you out. I don't care how many pounds you fucking weigh, man.
So, the best of the best were supposedly there. And then 2 months later, all the virus broke out in Wuhan. So it's kind of weird how it overlap like that. I'm like, this is weird. Now, again, ComicCon, you guys go to his channel. He's got all the math, and he's doing he's even got figures and shit on it and dates and times. So he's working on that project. I thought it was intriguing because it was on the same subject we're all talking about to bring up.
Intriguing
as fucking all hell. And it feels like, now, this is me talking. So this, I would not take this to the bank. This is just me throwing shit around back at Mike because Mike likes to fight with this shit, which is perfect. That's what I need him here for. So what if, this is a hypothetical. It's again, throw this away. What if this is a continued part of the game? What if the game hasn't ended yet? And now the world that's in competition, the people that were participating in the fucking game are also now continuing the game by seeing who can get their place prepped for a global pandemic warfare of virus. So all of the countries that were in the game are also the ones doing isolations. They're doing all these different things. The European Union is, so it's almost as if the game didn't end. Now, how's America's turn to do their version of clean the streets up of a virus? It's Russia's turn. It's Korea's turn.
Well, yeah. I think everybody's definitely working together for sure in some capacity. I definitely agree with that. I mean, like, this worldwide shutdown cannot happen without people working together. I agree. And on top of that, have you guys heard this Surgeon General's speech on Fox News?
No.
Have you guys heard about this? Surgeon General of the United States. No, he was talking about how there's going to be a Pearl Harbor / 9/11 event, but it's not going to be localized. It's going to be global. Okay? I mean, of course, whatever, global. Okay? No, and then it's going to happen this weekend during Easter. Over the Easter weekend. That's what he was saying. And he's talking about getting prepared. And President Trump recently came out, maybe even today or yesterday, I don't remember exactly. All these days are running together. And he's saying death. There's going to be massive amount of death. Massive amount of death. It's like death, you know, talking about death constantly. I mean, geez.
Mike's safe. You're still kicking it in a nice safe spot over there in India, right? I'd stay there.
I don't know, man. I have no idea where the safe location is, to be honest. If there's a cataclysmic event, I have no idea where the safe location is.
You would stay there.
Real quick, let me just say something real quick, because I get this a lot from different people. It says, I'm subscribed, but I never get any notifications from your channel. You're appear on my homepage. I just want to clear something up real quick. Hey, guys, I know a lot of you have said you don't get notifications, but remember one thing. We're on Tuesdays, Thursday, and Friday. Every show is at 11 a.m. Pacific time. There's no change. We just don't say we're going to put a show at 5 o'clock. We have a show a set time every single week. So if you get a notification or not, on those days, go to this channel. We have a show. And since there's 43 people watching, I just want to do a couple real fast shout outs. We get back to our conversation. This Thursday, I have a person coming on from the Paranormal TV. She's a great person. She's very strong. She's been in community 5-6 years. This person is so strong that she actually just fought through cancer and won. And she's willing to go on the show and talk about her ghost experience. She's a very strong person, so I respect this person. She's coming on Thursday. This Friday, the Matrix Boys really wants to learn the flat earth. So I got the man himself, Brian Stavely, people, coming on the show Friday to talk with the Matrix Boys on why flat earth is possible. Now, it's up to you if you want to believe that or not. But even if you don't believe in the flat earth, it's going to be a fun show. You can hear Brian explain it, and it's up to you at the end of the show if you still want to believe it or not. But it's going to be a great show. So I just want to get a couple, since there's 45 people watching, so that's what's coming on this week. So, all right, Bob, continue. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we want to throw it out there because Brian's trying to start a channel up. He's got a small sub count. So if you guys can sub Brian Stavely to help him out a little bit. I mean, he's hanging in there.
Compared to you guys.
And you guys just get us out here.
Only compared to
some. Hey, listen, when Brian Stavely first came on our show as a guest, I only had at that time, what is it, Bob, 600 subs?
Yeah.
Now he's coming back. He's been on the show several more times after that, but coming back as a guest again, we went from 600 to 2,000, 2,500. So we're all growing. So I want to give Brian, I know he's not watching, but if he is watching, a special thanks for helping us grow. Brian helped us a lot to grow. So, and Mike, the man Mike down there, you see in that bottom square, has gone to other shows and have said, hey, you should go on the Gypsy Road channel. So he's just not telling people about our channel. He's telling people they should go on our channel. That is a huge thank you. I mean, people don't do that. So, Mike, thank you on that. Let's continue.
Well, no problem, and I really appreciate that. And if I could just throw in a pitch, and it's not for myself, by the way, it's for this guy. His name is his YouTube channel is called Dark Wolf's Den, but there is he is a part of this channel called the Mandela Effect Conference. Okay, Mandela Effect Conference. Now, we are all Mandela affected, and this is kind of how we got all together. And there, Mandela Effect Conference will be on schedule this year in June or July. I don't remember exactly when. You have to go and check it out. But they need a couple hundred more subs on that channel. So if you guys or anybody can go over there and just sub. What's going to be nice is that because of the lockdown, they're not going to have the conference the way they originally had planned. What they're going to do is they're going to stream it for free. So it's going to be free for everybody, but they need to stream it from the Mandela Effect Conference, and they need 1,000 subs. They got about 800 now. So if we can get a couple people here and there, I've been just trying to get around and get people to sub over there. Mandela Effect Conference.
Is this the channel right here? Dark Wolf's Den?
Is that it?
Yeah, but that's not the channel that needs to be subbed. Well, you can sub that channel. That's Jerry. He's the one who is organizing the Mandela Effect Conference. But it's the Mandela Effect Conference. You'll have money bags on there. I know, Robert, you're not a big fan of money bags.
Money bags.
I understand that.
I like the guy.
No, that's good. Okay, that's good. That's good. You didn't have very positive things to say to him one time, but whatever. That's in the past.
You and I always argue. We argue. We're scientists. What we do.
Yeah, that's great. But anyway, like Cynthia Sue Larson, Moneybags, a lot of people are going to be there. This quantum businessman. So anyway, it's just spreading the word. That's all. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Eileen's supposed to be there too, I think. Come on.
Yeah. Eileen Coates will be there.
Yes. Yeah, she's going to be there.
Yep. A lot of guys, a lot of people are going to be there. Eva from Once Upon a Timeline will be there. Eva will be there. Yeah.
So can somebody find that? Can somebody find that exact web page or YouTube page so people could go directly from the chat? Can somebody find that?
Mandela Effect Conference.
I would personally, you guys will not see me there, and it's not that anything bad. I have been blocked from pretty much every channel you mentioned, but I will definitely go in under a different name and see you guys there. I have blocked.
No, but
you have blocked me. Everyone.
Who? Everybody blocked you?
I've been blocked from everyone.
Well, if you say something like money fags, obviously people are not gonna take that too lightly, dude.
Remember, my number one rule is I don't insult human names. So if somebody actually uses their name, I can't make jokes. It's their father's name. I think I take their father's name, I can't make a joke. But when somebody uses if they have a handle, I make fun of the handles. I never make fun of person that only handles. Handles are up for game. They're fun to play with. I can't make fun of Eric Wood because it's his name, but I can make fun of Gypsy Road, like Gypsy's Hose, or I can make all kinds of shit up with that. I can call Eric any name I want.
He's your brother. You can make fun of him anytime.
As long as it's a Gypsy Road.
Brother, man.
Oh, fuck you, motherfucker. I'm banning you right now.
Gypsy's
He's your younger brother. You probably beat him up a lot when you guys were growing up. I'm sure.
Listen. Actually, it's the opposite. My oldest brother, who became a woman, used to choke. I'm not lying. Used to try to choke me to death, and Bob had to protect me from dying because my brother was trying to kill me. So actually, Bob saved me from dying because my other brother was the one that tried to choke me.
Yeah. If you guys ever see that fight, there was a fight between. He fights a chicken. Oh God, what's his name? Oh God, it's a cartoon.
Griffin?
He's a cartoon. Yeah.
Peter Griffin.
He fights that chicken for like 20 minutes straight. That was me and my older brother. We'd fight for an hour straight, nonstop. The place would be destroyed. Doors ripped and shot.
There's the link, people, right there. There's the link, the ME 2020 Mandela Effect Conference.com. So there's the webpage. So if you guys want, there's the webpage. Just so then people know there's a webpage.
The YouTube channel needs the YouTube channel needs YouTube channel.
Let me find it, Mike. What is that? What is his YouTube channel called? The one we need to sub. Let me find it.
I'm not. The cool thing is I'm not banned on that one, so I can. That's fresh.
What
the
guy's
channel
name
called, Mike?
is Jerry, but his channel is Dark Wolf's Den. But he's subbing. We need subs at Mandela Effect Conference YouTube channel.
Okay, I'm gonna find it right now.
Conference.
Is that business guy? Looks like he's on heroin. That real skinny guy. It looks like he's on heroin.
Dude.
I checked him out. He's an actor.
I found it. Let me get it. I just subscribed to him because right now, like Mike's saying, the guy is at 808. So let me get it right here.
200 more subs.
Somebody found it.
They need just about 1,000.
Okay.
So here it is.
Have you seen his videos though? Have you seen the Quantum Businessman's video?
I don't believe him. I'm not gonna lie to you, but you know me, dude. You know how I get. I have to actually see the information. I don't believe him at all. He looks like a junkie. He looks like he's shaking like a junkie.
Come on, you don't think he's a CEO of his company?
No, I think he's an actor. I'm just saying hypothetically.
Actually, I know what you're talking about, no, but I never did enough study on him, so I don't really know the guy, but I know who he is.
Yeah, I'm not using his surname, so I'm not putting down anybody's name. I'm just using a hypothetical person that we just know on the top of our head. So you guys probably know who we're talking about. I just personally, he looked like a junkie to me.
He woke up to the Mandela effect because through his business, he woke up to the Mandela effect because he does like computer programming stuff, and they were shipping like Haas avocados, and it was like changing from like what they were writing down, and then it was like changing from HAAS to HASS. You know the whole Mandela effect change on those. He noticed all these changes on different products.
Yeah, but it's cool
that's how he started to wake up to it.
YouTube. I mean, that's awesome because it's hard to go to conventions and all that. It really is hard. So to have it free, like on YouTube, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, they'll stream it free. Yeah.
And then you watch it, you listen to each one of them, and then you choose what you believe, what you like, and then that's it.
Yeah, because I think the last one
Hey, Bob, do you remember last night I was bored. When you're bored, you watch old movies, right? Old movies. Don't ask me why I watched it, people. Don't hate because I watched the X-File movie last night, but I watched the X-File movie last night because it was on, and it was just interesting about aliens, about the viruses, spreading the virus. There's part in the movie that I forgot how they spread the virus. Bob, do you remember bees?
Bees.
I remember bees.
Yes.
Bees.
The bees would take the virus and they would make love to all the corn to make the corn grow. So when people eat the corn and they change that corn into corn oil. So the corn oil in people's houses have the virus. And I was just watching that liking, man, that's almost like now times. Remember back in the day of killer bees? Like they said there was all these killer bees. What if some of those killer bees weren't really killer bees? With some of these bees that they were experimenting to carry the virus got out.
Could be, I said the reason.
And corn sounds like Corona too.
Yeah,
Corona.
Corona, exactly. There's like some weird relations with that movie.
One of the main reasons why I came to I was given a place to live in Manchester because there's a group of people in Manchester that thought they were crazy, and they look crazy because just like your environment, Mike, Eric, your environment, and those of you out there in the sidebar, your environment, these people in Manchester, one of their biggest Mandela effects is bee murals popping up all over the place. I have been lucky enough, and I can say 100% now plausible for these people that they're happy. I was a witness that in 2 different spots, there was a fucking bee mural show up the next day. Now, am I saying this guy went over, somebody tagged it in a night? A big, huge, beautiful bee mural? I went over and looked at the paint. This is old paint. This is old archaeology. This shit's old. This bee mural has been here. Plausible. And all over the place, there's a bee theme. And so I had to do a whole research on what's up with the bees. Now, I can go hours. I made a whole set of videos of where the bees come from into Manchester, from France and the fleur-de-lis and the whole thing that comes with the whole
Bring
thing.
Bring out your bee hat.
yeah, I have the bee hat. Yeah, I have the bee hat. But it was bees for these guys. And this is something serious for them. And it looked and sounded silly. They're trying to tell their siblings and family, how long has this bee mural been here? Like, well, it's been here forever. They're like, no, it's never been here. I'm like, no, it's never been here. I've been here. I'm fucking new. I'm from the United States. That fucking never been there. People with bee tattoos. They have bee tattoos. And so what happened was, and this is my opinion, only my opinion. I told these guys, this is what I'm gathering, and this is my Scooby-Doo fucking guess, is that these in this place, God was putting down signs like people are getting the 3, the 13s, getting numbers. People can't stop seeing numbers. Over here in Manchester, these crazy fuckers couldn't stop seeing bees. And I got the bee plague too. I kept seeing bees here. A trash can that I walked by 50 fucking times, walking a dog. All of a sudden, there's a welded old bee on it that's rusted. Holy fuck, where did that come from? A bee. So there's a bee thing here. And from what I gathered earlier, they had that bees were showing up, and people were starting to talk about where these bees were showing up on all these weird things. And then all of a sudden, that there was a big explosion happened over here. And people that remember that young girl, that Sariana, whatever, there was a big, it was artificial. It was fake as fuck. There was a fake.
Yeah. I remember that. Yep.
All of a sudden, she comes back, and there's a type of camaraderie where the symbol of the bee unites Manchester. Well, before the explosions happened, this bee phenomenon was going on with the Mandela effects, like buildings showing up. The pyramids have more fucking pyramids now. Over here in Manchester, bees kept appearing in welds, in murals, in weird pictures. Bees were showing up in antiquity over here for some reason. Now, I figured out why. It's from Louis over in France, but so that's why I talk about, like, it's the same thing as like seeing the numbers for these people over here. And so I got to see that, man. I got to see the bees appear. As silly as it may sound, these people had the same kind of ridicule.
But what if that's part of the plan? Listen, okay, now people say 5G with the frequency. What if they're training the bees to carry this stuff, and then with all the 5G everywhere, maybe they're turning them on to create.
No, that's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. Correct, good call. But the bees that also appeared were on these cans that are from the early 1900s, and there was welded bees on them that are rusted that were never there. So these bees have been a symbol in this place since the 1900s, back into the 1800s. Now remember, it just showed up in this fucking timeline. So there was no bee anything here. But all of a sudden, there's a bee history that nobody knows about. But after the explosion, they were giving free or 50% off bee tattoos. So if you got a bee tattoo, it was 50% off, because half of the money went to the help the kids that were blown up in the explosion. But there was nobody really blown up here. It was nobody. The hospital, I even talked. How many people showed up at the hospital? We don't know. Maybe 3. Well, it was supposed to be like 50 or 60 people, but it was all bullshit. Just like the Corona scare. Nobody went to the hospitals. Nobody got blown up. It was all conspiracy bullshit. They planned it because they
Boston
knew
bombing.
Like the Boston bombing, yeah. So I got to come over here and debunk that. It was fake as fuck. I saw one of the girls. I swear to God, may God strike me down during the apocalypse for fucking lying. I'm not lying. I was looking at a phone booth. It's got a mysterious set of numbers on it. I made a video on it. I debunked it. I figured out what the numbers were. It was codes. It was kind of fucking cool. And on the way up to that mailbox, that big metal old British mailbox, on the way up there was a bar. So we stopped in the bar for a few drinks, and lo and behold, the bartender waitress girl comes over and gives me a beer, and she's like, "You're American." And I'm talking to her, and I'm looking at her face. I said, "You were on the news. I saw your face on the news. You were on the news at the explosion." She goes, "Yeah, I was at the Curiana Bronde fucking explosion. I was one of the ones injured." I said, "Were you now? Did you get any money for that?" She goes, "Well, they gave us a funding, blah, 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 blah." What was injured? Oh, her leg. I said, can I see your leg? I don't see no injury on your leg. Well, it was burned from here to here. I said, I don't see no burns on your leg. Oh, it's healed. I said, no. I was in the military and I've seen burned soldiers with their legs burned, and I don't see no burn scars on your leg. So you got money for that? Bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, Bob, you're making a difference, right? This person wrote, well, after Bob talking about the infected bees, now I'm creeped out. Forget the virus.
But I haven't seen any bees carry viruses, guys. They haven't carried no virus.
What one of the X-Files, right? Part of the X-File is they blew up a building.
We have a bee shortage actually in the world. We have a bee shortage in the world.
Do we?
Right. We did. Now, Mike, you are correct. That's why I'm not going to correct you on that. Yes, we did, and we knew that. I knew that for the University of Washington because they had one of the departments that was working on bringing them back as part of the anthropology program. They were specifically trying to work with the people to bring bees back. That was part of the anthropology. They do beehives. It turns out in this timeline, and my old house included, there are bees, dude. They have come back. They have come back with a vengeance. When I was in, I told you guys when I was in France. And the building caught fire. The big old church, the got fire. They saved the beehives on top. The bees are all over France. They're all over France. They're in the stores. They were in my drink. There were thousands of bees. I said, "Oh my God, I've never seen so many bees, man." We come from agriculture company. Eric and I come from agriculture territory, and I've seen bees my whole life. But this was like agricultural amount of bees. They left the church because the church burnt up. So they all left they tried to save as many as they can. There was 3 boxes up there on the church up there. They got them out. But the bees were everywhere. So again, you're correct, Mike. They used to be, but they're not letting you know that they came back with the shifts.
Okay, well, so what's the ideal with the bee change like in terms of Mandela effect? So it's Mandela effect. So it used to be, it's no longer. Now we got bee motif, bee whatever all over the place. So like, is that like a change in power? Is like somebody else is in charge now, or what?
Well, okay, so the bees themselves are a Mandela effect. So you guys want to go look up the structure of bees and beehives now. It's changed. So you have all the bees are now female. At my time, they were not, but they're all female now. The only males in a beehive are the ones who procreate with and work for the queen. So you have one queen bee now, and the only males are to work for the queen. And they have no stingers, no nothing. And they either procreate with the queen or take care of the queen in whatever way they got to do. It's what the males do. All the other bees are now female, and they're everywhere. And I don't know if there's a certain structure had changed. Bees have a lot of Mandela effects, but you wouldn't know that unless you study bees. How many nerds out there?
Wait. Yeah. So like before, it was like all males, and there was just the queen, and they were all males. Like the worker bees / soldier bees were all male.
From what I remember from my time, you had the female queen, and you had females inside around the queen. You had the females in the box, and then you had males out. You had it's different jobs for different bees doing different things. The bees out have different jobs.
Yeah,
but there are males out there, males, and now they're females, all females, with the exception of a small group of males. And so it kind of tells me that. And when I went through France, I've noticed that the deities in France, the majority of them were female. I was like, how many female goddesses do we have in France? So all of France is like female fucking gods. There's like female gods all over France that I was like, how many females? The 4 horsemen, they're all female. I said, female this, female that.
4 horsemen are all female. Okay.
They're females.
That's interesting.
They're females on the horses.
Hold on. They were or they are now?
They are now. When I went there, they were females.
The 4 horsemen are all females.
So we live in like a matriarchy now. Like we transitioned from a patriarchy to a matriarchy.
You're like me. You're trying to figure it out, Mike, and you're doing a great job. You're kind of like me. You're trying to palate what that is. Again, start with the bees showing up mysteriously in antiquity in Manchester, followed it all the way back to France, and there's bees all over France, and then the goddesses, more goddesses than gods, mostly females. And so I'm kind of coming up with what you're coming up. Also, Napoleon changed. Napoleon, look it up yourself. Do your own research. Napoleon's lapel, his jacket now has bees. It's covered in bees.
Now this picture, it shows the 4 horsemen are men.
Yeah, but they have 4 horsemen. I was in France. I saw the 4 horses, and I saw them all women. They were women. They were all females. These are men. They were females in France. Statues.
Only one horseman is named. The names of the 3 horsemen, except for the one male horse, and his name is Death. But we don't know the names of the other 3.
They might not be. Maybe they're not. Maybe let's put it this way. Let me stand correct. Maybe they're not. They look female. They look androgynous. Let's use that. Like the Mona, or not the Mona Lisa, but like Statue of Liberty. They look. That's Statue controversial. They look androgynous. Let's put it that way. Let's not call them female. Let's call them very feminine looking, androgynous looking gods here now. They look. Everybody looks like the damn Liberty. Let's use that reference. Very androgynous looking females, male to female, statues everywhere. But they do have the buttocks and the breasticles. So.
Buff, man.
Right? With the shoulders.
On the Statue of Liberty?
Man. The shoulders on that?
She'll body slam you.
It used to be a beautiful woman, and now it's an androgynous, big. It looks like in France. Well, did you guys know that?
How many points?
Did you guys know we?
How many points? How many points did the Statue of Liberty do you remember having? How many points on the forehead, on the head?
You'll have me on that one. I don't remember.
Do you remember?
I don't remember. No, I don't.
Anybody used to be 5. There used to be 5. There used to be 5 for the 5 boroughs of New York, but there are 7 now.
Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm trying to figure the math in that. So what would be the I have to figure out a code in that then. I gotta go sit down and figure it out.
Well, how many points does the Star Fort Wood have? Star Fort? Fort Wood.
Star Eric,
how many points does that have?
A star?
There's 6. It's like, how many star points does Fort Wood have? Wood Fort on Statue of Liberty? Because it'll be the same as all the other ones.
Eric, look it up.
Just type in the word. How many points does the Wood Fort have under the Statue of Liberty? Because that'd be a good question. Because that'd be math. I hate math, dude. I want you to do math, Mike. I'm sick of math. Everything's math now. I hate it. Statue of Liberty. No.
I'm an Asian
I got
guy.
a headache from that.
Okay.
I can't do math. That's the thing. I can't do math. It's basic math, but I'm so tired of looking for it. It just drives me nuts now. I'm removing myself from math. I can't do it anymore. Everything's math.
7 spikes.
How many?
The 7 spikes on the crown.
7. Okay, there's 7.
7 oceans and the 7 continents of the world, indicating the universal concept of liberty.
There's your 7s. Okay. So 7 spikes, 7 star spikes. 7 spikes, 7 star spikes. Oh. Amazing there. You know, America sent Statue of Liberty to France. We made one and sent one back. I saw it.
I didn't know that.
I go, yeah. Didn't know that. I was in a boat in the water, and I'm looking up, and the lady says, "Here is the Statue of Liberty that America made for France as a return gift." And my jaw dropped. I said, when the fuck did the United States ever make a fucking Statue of Liberty and give it to France? And there it was, sitting on the bank of the fucking river, just right down the road from the fucking the Eiffel Tower. There was a smaller version, not as big, much, much smaller, a Statue of Liberty given to France from the United States of America.
Now, Bob, now Happy Feet says she's stepping off 11-pointed circle. And then North Star says used to be 7 Olympic rings.
Oh, 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven, yeah.
7-Eleven.
So 7. Wow, guys, very
The
good.
statue point to each other.
Okay. I mean, I'm so used to Ellis Island. The rest of it's a headache now. It just keeps changing. And the shackle is now off the ankle. We can talk about that for a fucking hour. And then the feet.
I don't know what she means here. This person wrote, I heard now there's a lot of Statue of Liberties and also Mount Rushmore heads too.
Yeah, you know what? You plausible. Because of the
story about the heads. What's the Rushmore story about the heads? I've never heard that one.
No, Mike, do you know anything about the Rushmore?
They have
head?
changed.
Okay.
Mandela
like change what? Like change presidents, or how did it change the look of it?
No. Like the look.
Okay.
The look of it, yeah. The presidents are still there. Washington, Lincoln, Roosevelt, and is that Jefferson? So it's like Washington, Jefferson, Lincoln, and Roosevelt. Is it not?
Yeah. I wonder how they look now.
I'm looking it up right now.
I think the look has changed. Is from what I remember.
That's what I heard. I haven't looked at them, but I've heard they look in different directions or something. It's like, it's like something I can't be 100%. So I don't like to put my 2 cents in because I don't know 100%. I didn't look at that much. I always thought it was kind of rude to do one over there to a native territory and put heads in there. It was like rude. There they are. There they are.
Can you make one of them bigger?
That's what I'm going to try.
Like a full page.
Give me a second.
I know Eva does a lot of these.
That's Theodore Roosevelt, right there.
Yeah, I was named after him. Well, my middle name is Theodore. Yeah, my middle name is Theodore. That's why I have a teddy bear. I have a teddy bear.
Sorry.
He's the better Roosevelt, that's for sure.
Yeah. Teddy Roosevelt. Yeah, Teddy. I was named. My middle is Teddy.
Hold on, I got a closer picture.
What is Franklin Roosevelt's middle name? What is his middle name, Robert?
Oh, is that dude? Franklin Rosa something.
Well, it's FDR. I'll give you that clue. But what is his middle name?
Franklin. Oh my God, dude. Franklin.
It's FDR, man. FDR. So it starts with a D. So what is his middle name?
Delano?
Yes, but not anymore.
Delano Roosevelt.
It's no longer. It's not Delano anymore. It's Delano.
It's
Roosevelt.
Delano. I know.
It was. Yeah. It was Delano. It was.
What is it now? Well, shut up.
Delano.
Delano.
Yeah. It's no longer Delano Roosevelt.
What does that mean, Delano? That don't even fucking sound right.
It's a name fucking change, man. It's a name change.
Delano. It took a hard. I had to fuck her out of my head to get.
Come on.
But how many dudes do you know have the name Delano anyway? That's not a dude's name.
Not very many. No, I think the only person I know is Delano. It's a girl's name. That's the girl's name.
It is.
That's what, I don't know.
So yeah. There's a lot of this male to female, female to male, androgynous shit going on with the presidents, movie stars, some athletes. Serena Williams, come on, dude, man. That's a dude.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, it's solid. Without you telling me this, I told you about what I saw at Paris with the statues.
All right.
Female, a lot of them look androgynous. So that would go along with what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Very androgynous, but
all right.
Female.
It's a little bigger.
Okay.
Yep.
Check them out.
What has changed?
Yeah.
Mandela effect changes. It's hard to keep up with them all and memorize
George
them.
Washington's hair.
You kind of
hair.
file them away and
his hair.
Yeah, I haven't really looked at it in a long time. So, I mean,
Yeah,
It's not something that I look at every week. I think the last time I looked at Rushmore was probably 15 years ago.
Yeah, in high school. I dropped out at 15, so.
Well, you weren't technically dropped. You didn't drop out. You were kicked out. There's a difference between dropping out and being kicked out.
I was kicked out because I argued with the teachers. They were wrong. If they gave me the.
Why did you get kicked out?
I took a test to get out. I took a test. I'll tell you why I got kicked out. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I swear to God, I'm not lying to you. I'll give you guys my honest. Holy shit, fucking demons in here. But there was a water fountain at the high school. I don't know, something happening in here. So there was a water fountain at the high school, and the seniors unscrewed it to the last screw, and it had water pressure. And the water pressure was good. Whoever the next person to hit oh my God, my power went off. As soon as they hit the sting of the water, this is fucked up. I'll turn the lights. It's fucked up. Anyway, I'll tell you guys a dark story. So anyway, the next student that goes and hits the button, the fucking thing is gonna knock their teeth out with that water volume. And the seniors thought it was funny. Ouch. And I'm a freshman. Yeah, I swear to God, I'm not lying to you, dude. They thought it was cool. He unscrewed the top to the last thread so a freshman can come up and hit it and knock their fucking teeth out. And I went up, I said, that ain't cool. In fact, I was on the football team as a freshman, and these were senior fucking football players, and I got in a fight with them. I said, that ain't fucking happening on my watch, dude. This is fucked up. So I went over to screw it back on. I swear to God, I went to screw it back on, and I got caught by the fucking vice principal who set me aside, and I tried to tell him what they were doing, and he wouldn't listen to me. And I said, fine, man, I'm backing away. He went over not knowing what the problem was and put his face over it, and guess what happened to him? Took his fucking tooth out.
Got his teeth knocked out.
Yeah.
Okay, just one.
And so he hit the ground, and he took me into the office. He took me in the office and fucking drilled me. And now I didn't drop a dime on nobody. I didn't drop a dime. I wanted to play football. I didn't want to drop a dime. I said I saw it was like that, and I went to repair it. But he said, no, you did it, and I was kicked out of school.
Oh, Bob, don't move. Stay right in the middle.
You didn't rat anybody out?
Nope.
I can see the reflection of the camera you're looking at if you stay right there in that one spot. I can
right
see.
There.
Lift your head. Right, there you go. Right there. Perfect.
Okay. The power went off here, dude. That's freaky.
But you still have internet.
Yeah,
the power's out, but you still have internet.
Yeah, I don't know. There's no.
Are you stealing somebody else's wireless internet from your neighbor or something?
Maybe.
Did you forget to pay your power bill, and then they shutting the power off on you?
Actually, yeah, it's a key.
You weren't practicing your social distancing very well, were you, Robert? I think that's probably it.
You remember over here in England, they have a key. You put the key in, and you pay up. You pay up on the key. You put the key in. You turn the power back on. So it's like filling up your car. So you pay $10, and so I paid about $15 in power like about 5 days ago. So maybe it went off. Yeah, but I still got internet.
Oh, okay.
But I probably have like 4 hours.
Cool.
I have to go down and hit the switch.
You got some candles?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I got one lit now. I've got the potpourri going right now. This is the stuff I got. This is from the
potpourri.
This is from an abbey here in England, and see it says Vatican. This is the stuff in the Vatican, right there. This is the stuff put into the Vatican. This is what the Pope smells. So I'm smelling what the Pope smells. This is fucking nice. It smells good.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's very holy. Because I associate the Vatican and holy all the time. Because
the Black Pope is the Black Pope. The wonders were good.
I love the red shoes they wear. They're so stylish. I mean, those guys are fucking.
Oh yeah, they're kosher. They're fucking sweethearts.
Yeah, they're kosher. yeah.
They're dab. They're dab. Yeah, they're
dab. Yes.
They're dab.
Yeah,
man.
They're definitely dab.
They're Dude, they're dapper. I think the Pope is dapper. I'm impressed that the Pope was walking downtown in the Vatican area by himself with bodyguards as he does his weird ass fucking evil like lizard limp. as he walks out of the snake head and into the fucking where you get to see a picture of fucking Moses with his horns, and you see all these like evil looking. Whoa!
Oh! You're gonna get it back. You're gonna get it back. Almost.
What the hell's going on?
Will it back? Just will it back. Yeah, just will it back.
Full moon, right? Is it a full moon? I think it's a full moon.
It is. It is a full moon. Yeah.
Well, there it is then. I got a little bit of a full moon action going on. I don't know if the neighbors are having this problem.
Did you see the video? Did you see the video of the Pope when he was like, shaking people's hand? One lady like grabbed him and wouldn't let go, and then he was like slapping her.
I seen that evil motherfucker.
That's hilarious.
Evil dude, man. You gotta tell me that guy. My gut tells me that's an evil man. That is an evil man.
Yeah.
He is evil.
Yeah, for sure.
And again, with the Mandela effects, now people, I don't know if you guys, Mike, you might remember, but they never had a P. They never had a P with an X on his chest ever. I went to a Catholic church and have never seen that. That is Constantine. And this timeline, Constantine was an emperor and he's a saint. In my timeline, he was just an emperor of Rome and was not a saint. Was no saint.
But he's the one. Constantine was famous in my history, at least from what I understand. He got famous because he converted everybody to Christianity. Right? He was going to go on a battle, and then he promised if we win, and that's how it all happened.
Yeah, I learned about the whole thing in college. We talked about him. He actually stayed. People don't know this, but he stayed a pagan. But he won a huge battle because half of his infantry, if not over half of his infantry, were Christian. But these were proto-Christians. They didn't have a Bible. They had what they were small. They all had their own little booklet, which is their own to their own group, had their own booklet, and they all had separate stories of Yeshua, kind of like comic books. I hate to say it that way, but that's what it was. The mythos of Yeshua. So they all had different stories. So we get together in big groups and have big meals, more kind of a Jewish ceremony, and they would share stories of Yeshua, like campfire stories, like comic book stories. And so he was down in the camp watching them, and they were happy before battle. They were not upset. They were fucking stoked. And he goes, and the pagans were like scared and getting ready for battle. He goes, why are you guys not afraid of anything? And they said, sir, have you not seen the cross? He goes, what cross? The cross in the sky. And according to the story, the mythos, he looked up and saw what we call now chemtrails. He saw a line, a cross. He saw crosses. In my time, it was crosses, multiple. In this timeline, it's one cross. But he saw crosses in the sky, like white crosses,
like in the shape of like of light or of clouds or what?
Yeah, I'm thinking crosses about it now. This like is how? Just me. According to the myth, he saw crosses. Okay, so take it as that's how they wrote it up.
Yeah, as made of what?
They were like light, glowing crosses in the sky. So I'm assuming
from light then.
Place, that, you know how those I call them the contrail planes, what they want to call them. I bet you those things were in this timeline in this place back then. So those things were up there, and they were making crosses in the sky. So if he looked up on the
firmament, they were glowing.
They were glowing, according to the myth. So he looked up and saw and this timeline is different. He saw one cross in the sky. So it was one big white line cross in the sky. It was probably made from one of them fucking weird ass shadow planes. And then he says, if we win this battle in the name of your Lord, Yeshua, then I will convert from paganism and then we will figure this out. So they gave him a spear. And according to the myth, and I use the word myth, it was one of the nails of from the cross that was fashioned into a spearhead, and it was given to him, and they told him if he throws it, it will come back, which is actually the story of Odin. But anyway, that's the myth. So they gave him the spear, and they kicked ass in the battle. So Constantine won. Then he had all the books gathered up from the camp, all the comic books and sent the canons back to Rome and says, make these into one book. I want one off this one character, Yeshua. And then they put the book together. But they took half of them out. I think they threw Thomas out.
No.
They threw stuff
Spirit of Destiny is different. Whomever that was writing there. Spirit of Destiny is the Roman spear that pierced Jesus while he was being crucified, while he was on the cross. So but what Robert is saying that he got the Constantine got like a nail, one of the nails from the cross, and he fashioned it onto a stick and made a spear, and he used that as a weapon. Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I got light. Here we go.
There you go.
Here we go. We got light here now.
You sure you guys just didn't twist the light bulb? You guys didn't. Maybe you just need to replace the light bulb.
Yeah. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 light bulbs. It's a chandelier. So,
really?
Yeah. I guess they all went out.
I mean, we don't even have the Matrix people on this show today, and your power's going out.
It keeps coming on and going off. I'm not fucking with things, guys. I have no reason to. I debunk. So it's just the power. Something happened to the power. I'll have to figure it out.
Well, I'm saying, but what makes it strange is the power's out, like we're saying, Mike's saying, but your internet's still working. So you literally had to be stealing somebody's internet because your laptop is running off battery now.
Yeah, it's on battery.
How's your internet working? That's the question.
I probably got it for free from the neighbor. I mean, this is England, so maybe it's picking it up from the neighbor.
Well, somebody thinks you look like Indiana Jones, so I guess it's a good look for you. Keep Bob in the dark.
Thank you.
Hard time.
So hope you guys enjoy. So going back to Constantine, the symbol for Constantine is now the P with the X, and so now the Pope walks around the Constantine, Saint Constantine wardrobe. So he carries his staff with the P and the X now, and they didn't have that in my timeline. They didn't have that. And so now it's all about.
I thought he used to carry around like a cross, like Jesus on the cross, like on a staff.
Yeah, and the cross he carried with the arms were straight out. And when he does,
real quick,
like a zombie.
Real quick, I gotta mention this. Karen B actually reminded me she had the word Bigfoot in one of her chat. The She Squashers are coming back to the channel in a couple of weeks, just so people know. So if you like Bigfoot, if you like the She Squatchers, they are coming back in a couple of weeks. I just saw that. I just want to remind myself to just tell. So I'm sorry about that, Bob. But the She Squatchers are coming back in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. They're awesome. No, I was just talking about the Pope. Me and Mike were talking about he had a staff. When he carried his staff, it was Jesus' arms were straight across like a T, but in the new version, in this Bible version, it's in a Y shape. His arms are in a Y shape because
Y shape.
The cross is shorter. Yeah, it's a Y shape. His arms are in a Y shape.
Okay.
They're not a T shape.
Like a Vitruvian man.
Yeah, and he leans forward. So and the old one, of course, we know it's aesthetic. So he was aesthetically laid back with his arms straight across like a T, straight across with the nails in the palm. And now he's got his arms up in a Y shape, and he's looking down. He's hanging off of the cross, hanging down. And so that's the staff he carries when he carries the other staff. And remember, the cross in this timeline, it was shorter. It was like to the ground almost. As in our timeline, it was really high.
I just over there at the Vatican are fucking under, and they're all evil as fuck. And they are gonna go to hell if there is a place called. That's my opinion. I just throw that in there.
Yeah, everybody wishes that. I would give them. People say, "What would you do to them?" I don't know. I would give them an island. I would give them like some shitty ass island to live on, like a prison, and just here you go. Strip them their clothes, give them one knife, and fend for yourself. Live on the island. That's your guys' new home.
Now, is it the Y shape associated with upside down cross? Somebody was asking.
The upside down cross? Well, that was Peter. Peter was upside down. I think it was Peter I think it was Peter that was upside down.
The peace sign is definitely a Y. the peace sign is like a Y sign, and then that sign, the peace sign, the peace symbol, right? It's like Y with the one more extra line that's going down. Not a good sign. That's a ruin sign for like war.
I know. Yeah.
It's like opposite.
Andrew. So there was Saint Andrew. He was crucified upside down also. Saint Andrew. He was crucified upside down in an angle. In fact, that's on the cross in the Netherlands. Was it
Andrew?
Yeah. Saint Andrew was one of the disciples, and he requested to be hung upside down because he didn't want to have the status of Jesus, so he wanted to be hung upside down. So they hung him upside down.
I thought it was Peter for some reason.
I know
Saint Andrew
because Andrew is hung upside down because the Scottish, the British flag in my time was straight lines down the center, straight one red cross.
Yep.
England. Then you had Ireland, then you had Scotland. Straight lines down the center.
Yes.
Down the center. But in this timeline,
Tom Muir remembers the way I do. Yeah.
Yeah. In this timeline, now they have a history of why they're tucked into the angles. Because I found out in Scotland, it's because in Scotland, the red cross represents St. Andrew, which was hung upside down. So it's in the shape of an X. So the X
or St. Peter.
This one's according to them, it's St. Andrew. You could be right, but according to them, it's St. Andrew. And then the other cross angle is supposed to be St. Patrick. And then the center cross is supposed to be St. fucking, oh God, George, the Dragon Slayer. St. George, the Dragon Slayer. So you have St. Andrew, St. Patrick, and St. George. Now, the Irish are below the Scottish. So the Scottish have their line on top, and then the Irish are below the Scottish in status here. So they're below the line. And then center line, red cross, center red cross is St. George.
I heard that we get the expression double cross from the British Union Jack flag. What do you think about that?
I didn't know
the
that.
Expression double cross?
I heard that. Yeah, I didn't know it came from that. That's good. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because the British is like well known to double cross everybody with their East India Company to all over the world. Yeah, I believe it.
Someone said was St. Andrew. Was St. Andrew? Yeah, St. Andrew was and St. Andrew's also on the Netherlands flag. So they have a red cross, a red X. They have a red X. Also St. Andrew. So there's St. Andrew also. I went to a castle.
I didn't know Dutch had a red X on their flag. I didn't know that.
And they had a red X.
I thought it was like orange, white, and blue.
I think Vanish was talking about that. But I was in Amsterdam, and I was in one of the castles.
Isn't their flag like orange? It's like kind of like the Irish flag, but it's going like horizontally. Irish flag is going like more vertically.
You know what? Maybe you're right. But when I was in Amsterdam, I was going to the castle and they had the red X. I said, "What is that?" They said, "That's St. Andrew." I go, "St. Andrew flag. Is this for Amsterdam?"
But that's not their national flag. I don't.
Probably not their national, but it was their flag. Yeah. All those castles, they had them in all the museums. I go, so this is confusing. But again, they didn't have St. Andrew flag anyway in my timeline, so that's new by itself. And the British flag.
Here's another change, though.
What's that?
Here's another change. Hawaii. Hawaii's got the British flag on their. Each state's got their flag, right? Yeah. Hawaii has got the British flag on their flag as a state flag.
That's fucking wrong.
Wrong.
I bet you they even got within.
But it's there.
It's fucking crazy.
No, it's got the British flag on their as part of their state flag, Hawaii.
Yeah. It used to be British owned in our time, and then the Americans annexed it. They took it. They just took it. They just took it from the British. They fuck off. They took it from the British. So in this timeline, they must have kept it. It's ironic that people I know for flying, that America's been treating Britain like a sister, like a best friend. We're like, I can fly to the United States. People in Britain can still fly to the United States. There's no lockdown. Only Europe. But Britain and United States are still hand in hand, like they're holding hands, like brother and sister. They're like best friends.
Well, I heard that United States is still like we never really became independent. Like we are, like, we're like a corporation.
Yeah, I believe.
Oh, I see the light. Oh, sorry.
No,
I almost got it.
Too soon.
Almost got it. Almost got it. This fucking place is haunted, man.
or maybe we make the British think they own part of us until we smack them up in the ass.
Well, they don't understand that you and I are the rightful heirs of that fucking crown. So they're just.
I agree. We are.
Get out of our fucking chair.
And once that happens, I'm gonna have to take you out so I can become king. Because I can't be king. I'm your little brother, and then technically your son will be king if you die. So I gotta take out all of you.
Yeah, the cool thing is Mike was supposed to be king technically. No, we're not joking, Mike. We're not joking. In our lineage,
would not be a good king, okay?
Our family was supposed to be. Actually, we're in the running for the monarch. We have another family contesting the whole monarch, which is hilarious. But we are technically in the running for the monarch, our family. But Mike would have been our older brother. The tranny would have been the king rightfully, but he committed suicide in 2017. So now it's mine.
Right.
It's mine.
Yeah, but
let's be honest, Bob. I think I should be the king, okay? Because I don't know if you should be king. I don't know. I'll be afraid if you're king. The shit you make people do.
No,
I'm gonna grow marijuana.
In the ancient times, got it all. That was the rule. The oldest son got it all, and everybody else got fuck all. Yep. Right? That was it. Yep. And then everybody got kicked out of the castle.
Yep. That's why you had to kill your older brothers.
It was weird. Me and Eric were like, because we knew about this when we were kids. It's been the family story that we're the rightful. But Mike, our older brother, the tranny, we were always bummed down because he would have been the fucking king, but he's a tranny. And we're like, this is fucked up, man. But now he's gone in 2017. So God willing, he took his own life. And now
he would have not been a good king at all.
Eric, you're not gonna kill me, are you?
Oh man. But I mean, we've had all kinds of weird kings in the past. We had King Henry VIII, well known for executing his Louis XII, who married like a horse or something, and we had weird kings in the past, man. I mean, it's just kind of goes with the territory. So
genetics. You know about the RHO negative genetic line. They kept it inbred. They're famous for inbreed.
Yeah.
So you family with sisters, brothers, first cousins.
Bob, I like this. He would have been a queen.
He would have been a queen. He would have been a tranny queen. It would have been fucked up, man. You imagine listening to that guy.
Or maybe it would wake up the world, right?
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe he would have been a good queen. We'd never know, I guess.
I guess not.
It's not the House of Windsor. It's the House of Wood. Windsor's a made-up name because these people were Nazis. Over here in England, their name is...
they're German.
It's German. Yeah, it's German. They're Nazis. They're fucking German. Yeah.
I think I'd be a good king, right? Bob, you be in charge of the military. Mike, you be Secretary of my state. So...
Oh, yeah. Mike's... I'm gonna
don't give me any responsibility, Don't give me any responsibility.
Good king surrounds himself with good people. So I'll surround myself with good people.
No, I'm gonna fuck with you, dude. You're gonna take you're gonna take Korea, man. Both north and south. It's all yours. You could have Korea. You can have Korea. It's all yours. You don't have to live there.
Well, he can have them under us.
Yeah.
He just runs it for us.
Yeah, we just want taxes, man. We just want the taxes.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want. You can have a harem. You want a harem? It's all yours, man. I heard in the military, Jun Kun fucking whatever, fucking fake fat fatty over there in North Korea, Russians give him women. They give him women. We knew this on our ship, my intelligence ship. It's not intelligence. He was famous for women, for Russian blondes. Still is.
He loves his women, I guess.
He loves his women. He likes white women. He likes white Russian women. He likes American basketball.
I'm not going to make
TV.
any comments about this because I've had several Russian girlfriends already, and it would be wrong for me to make any kind of comment about this.
Oh yeah, no, I remember that. You're telling us that story that most of your friends for Russian.
Yeah. Yeah, we even talked to some Russian guys that were, they were like, yeah, he likes the ladies, he likes the Russian ladies. That's what his forte. He got a whole concubine. He got a big old fat. He got a concubine, but he can't poop though. That's the weirdest thing. He can't shit. That's that amazing.
Well, concubines are very. It's a normal part of the culture in Asia. It's very common in Korea, Japan, and China. For kings to have concubines, and it was considered like a prestigious role. Like it was an honor to be a concubine. And the kings would have a lot of them, like 100 concubines, and he wouldn't even know what to do with all of them. And he would have sons and daughters with them, and they wouldn't ever become kings or princes or anything, but they would have high positions. They might become generals or colonels in an army or whatever, but so that's how they kind of kept their power, because everybody was related to the king.
Everybody related, like Genghis Khan. When was it Genghis Khan? They did a thing in Britain, all these white fuckers, and they found out that they carried the marker for Genghis Khan. Was it Genghis Khan was the one? They said it was an impossible amount. He had procreated an impossible amount with females all over the back of the turtle. Every day, all day long, on his free time, is all he did. And they say he had so many children that all the genetic markers line up to him. And I think over in China.
Yeah.
He wants to help the economy out, right? He's helping out with baby boom.
all these white guys are like, oh, they're making fun of the certain people. Like, well, guess what, dude? You are related to fucking Genghis Khan, so let's keep that fucking racism down, buddy. Great
responsibility, right?
Yeah, so let's not put people down there. Great grandpa, he was an old Genghis Khan there.
Come on, let's admit it. We're all racist. Come on, if you can see race, you're a racist. I mean, come on. So I'm a racist. I see the difference between a white person and a black person and an Asian. So I'm a racist.
Yeah, we were raised. People say, "Are you a racist?" Well, yeah, I'm a racist. I was raised with racists, and they weren't white. We were raised with people of color. Me and Eric were raised with people of color, and they were racist. So we ourselves are racist, but in a way where we could take the piss out of it and have a laugh. Because at the end of the day, we all take a shit, drink a beer.
About it.
No matter what.
Yeah.
You still got to dig that ditch, no matter what your skin color is. At the same time, it's got to get done with that one schedule. So fuck your color for a day. It don't matter.
Yeah.
You still got the same project, your skin color is.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're white and we're all still fucking slaves. Let's just kind of we're all fucking slaves,
Yep.
At the end of the day, let's take a long look at your life and see how far you've got, and see if you're not a slave yourself.
Oh, they don't care what color they are. They all want you to work so you can pay them taxes so they can stay rich. Of course.
These people still pay taxes to the queen. They still pay to the queen.
And they're all working together. Like Robert was, people are like all in cahoots together, and doing sizes all over the fucking world. You think these rich have like national borders? Do you think they don't mind our own people into the fire? No problem.
No problem.
Yeah,
it's easier to throw your own people into the fire anyway. Throw them under the bus. It's been done.
Here's the weirdest part for me. Here is, I swear to God, guys, I don't give a fuck. Strike me down. Who fucking cares? Here is the weirdest part for me. In 1995, that's when they started the World Military Games around September and October. But here's the problem. For me, in 1995, and I'm sure there's got to be somebody out there to remember this, the government shut down. I was stuck in San Diego. I was stuck there. MEPS could not push my paperwork through. I've talked about this in my fucking videos. I was sitting at San Diego base. I was feeding dolphins. That's what I did for several weeks. I worked with the Seabees for a couple of weeks. I had to find jobs because nobody was going home. The government shut down. It was a huge government shutdown in 95 around October. And it ran all the way up to November, and then was like I think it was before that, around before October, like around September. Anyway, it was a while, and then in this timeline, the government shut down in November for 6 days, and then re-shut down in '96 for like 20 days. I go bullshit. I was stuck in the military processing out in '95, and I couldn't get out of the service. I got out at around November finally. But all of that's changed. There was no shutdown with exception of November.
This is what it says, Bob. The United States federal government shutdowns of 1995, 96 were the result of conflict between Democrat President, coronavirus, between Democrat President Bill Clinton and the Republican Congress over funding for education, the environment, and public health in the 1996 federal budget. So there was a shutdown in 95.
Okay, so there's a shutdown in 95. When was the shutdown? Yeah.
Okay, while you guys talk, let me click on the report. You need to tell me a month on this part, but give me a second. Give me a second. You guys talk, I'll find it.
Because we're going to overlap
right here. Robert. The shutdown lasted from November 14th through November 19th, 1995, and from December 16th to January 6th. So it shut down twice. Wow. I remember that. It shut down because they in November, they added an extension so they could continue the talks. And the talks failed again. So December 16th to January 6th. So it shut down twice.
Not for me. Not for me, man. You know what? I know I got out of the military. It shut down just a little bit before October. And then it shut down all the way up to November because I was stuck in the military. I was stuck in the service and couldn't get out. I was in San Diego. I was feeding dolphins, for God's sake. Oh, God.
How old were you in 95?
Let's see. Oh, God. What, 95? So, hold on. I'm 49 right now. I'll be 50 this year. Yeah.
49. 50, you're 24, 25 then.
Yeah, and they shut down. I was like, bullshit. I saw that. I said, bullshit. I was stuck. I had to go. Nobody was processing out. This is before November. Here's the ironic part. All these motherfuckers from all the different ships was processed out in San Diego. We were in a special operations base. And so all of us were sitting there looking at each other going, we can't go home. The government shut down. We are stuck in the military. We can't go nowhere. We were literally supposed to process out and go home that week. I came in from Japan. I filled out my paperwork. I was ready to go home. A week later, after a smoking cessation class, everyone had to take a class to learn how to quit smoking. So I finished my class. It was my time to go. All of a sudden, the United States government is shut down. Gentlemen, what does that mean for us? That means you guys aren't out of the service yet. What do? We need to find you jobs. Jobs for what? We're going home. All these military guys, special operations guys, we're all sitting around going, what are we going to do? I fed dolphins.
But that's the situation now with the military, though. Like, nobody can quit, right? Or if your term ended, that your term did not end because you got to fight the coronavirus now, right?
Yeah. But here's the thing.
Probably right. Yeah.
So if the first military games were going on in 95 around September, but we were shut down. The military or the government was shut down. How do they shut down the military and the government and have military games?
Well, they shut it down like they shut your power off, just like that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I get to live with that fucking weird thing.
Remember, that's also when during the years that Bill Clinton was pulling money out of the military, and a lot of places were getting shut down. Like you were trained, your boot camp was in San Diego, and after Bill Clinton got in, he shut that down.
They shut down San Diego. They shut down the special operations camp. They shut down my boot camp. There was like nothing. There's like they shut it all down, and then everything went up to Great Lakes, and it became both female and male boot camps. That was the last of the all male boot camps in San Diego.
And now our military is fighting the virus.
I don't even know where my son's at. Do you know where Jeremiah is?
Invisible enemy.
You know.
Well, your son is in the medical part of the military, so he probably is.
He's a corpsman. I haven't heard a word from him. What the fuck is going? Is he? I don't want to ask.
How many kids do you have, Robert? Just one?
2 kids.
You only have one son?
Son and daughter. Yeah, son and daughter. My daughter just had a baby, so I'm a grandpa, and then my son is.
Oh man! Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I gotta go see them pretty soon. And then my son he's special operations. He's a corpsman that went out with the Marine Corps. So he had to go back to boot camp all over again. And now he's out doing something. Who fucking knows? I don't know.
He's supposed to be here this summer, but with this virus thing, who knows where he's going to be at?
He could be on that ship in fucking New York. That
you never know. It could be.
Hey, are there military out in the streets in in England now, Robert? Is there military presence there?
There is no military presence. However, there are cops galore and everywhere. There are cops galore. No military yet. But here's something. It's interesting you talked about that. Did you know that in Italy, there are Russian military assisting with the coronavirus? Let me say that again.
Way.
Russian military are assisting with the.
Shit!
Yeah.
The Russians don't fuck around, man.
Yeah,
they're not like the British police, you know. No. I saw a video of 12 British policemen trying to take down one guy wielding a knife, and they were just spraying him and running away from him, spraying him with some shit, and then they're just running away from him. I mean, the Russians would not do that. They just need one guy, and they would just take that one guy down. I mean, Russians don't fuck around, man.
I was Russian military? What the fuck?
I haven't even seen cops anymore around here in Seattle.
Oh, weird.
Where all the cops go? It's I see regular people driving around, walking around. Any cops? All the homeless are still out. The exact same homeless people. I'm surprised they're not sick.
I thought they were hauling the homeless away. I thought they were collecting all the homeless and sending them to somewhere and then and reporting them that they had coronavirus.
That's what they say. But I take my wife to work on Monday, downtown Seattle. There's a corner a block away where she works at. That's where homeless gets their food from the church or whatever. Then they're all there, every single one of them. I'm like, damn.
No, yes,
I guess nobody told them about the coronavirus. Hey, Bob, the British police, do they not have guns? Sunny Three wrote, the British police don't have guns, I think.
They don't have guns.
Yeah,
and Mike's correct. They are picking up the homeless in England. All the homeless are getting picked up and taken away. All the homeless. There's no homeless on the streets. They've been taken away for the coronavirus.
There's plenty of homeless on the fucking streets here.
Yeah, not here in Britain. They got picked up and they don't have guns. So they're showing up in vans. And they're the sirens are going on in vans and they're putting fucking homeless in the back like nothing. Picking them off the streets, putting them in the back of the van, driving them off. Yeah.
AC81 says it's not so bad here in the UK.
Well, yeah, actually it's nice. People are coming out. They're walking in distances. They're following the rules. Nobody's fighting. Nobody's fighting. Everyone's in a great mood.
They don't have Russians walking around in the streets yet. Wait till the Russians and then see what happens.
But how can you? I mean, really, how can you even be a cop and not have a gun? How can you protect and serve if you don't have a weapon?
Well, they shocked me, man, because I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm at McDonald's, right? I'm eating a fucking burger at McDonald's. Now I'm ex-military, and they've got no covers on. Okay, so in military, especially United States, they wear a cover. You wear a cover. That's just your uniform. It's part of your uniform. You cover your head. You wear a cover. So these cops are walking around with no hats on. And I go, I don't understand that. How can they not wear a cover on their head? They're out of uniform. And one cop, he's got a beard. And his shirt is untucked. He's got no head on his head. He just looks sloppy. I go, what? Is he a police? I go, that's a cop. I go, that's a cop? What the fuck is this? They look like a bunch of guys you see in a bar. They just stepped out of the bar, put on a fucking uniform, and they're walking around the streets. And some of them look like they're drinking. Here we go again. They look like they're drinking titty milk.
Titty milk cops?
You got titty milk cops everywhere. They got titty milk cops.
Titty milk cops. My God.
You can't be over 18. You cannot be over 18. I looked at one guy and said, please tell me, man, you tell me you're over 18. Oh, yeah, you ain't an officer of shit. You look like you just come off your mama's titty.
Now, there's been a video that a lot of people have been showing. Karen, maybe not Karen B, but True Seeker 69, Patrick, all had this video about a lady in the UK that got arrested for sitting on a park bench.
I saw that. That's true. That's true. If you don't stop moving, the rule is you got to keep moving. They're on the streets in like little gangs. You'll see the cops in their own. They're not 6 feet apart. They're high-fiving, laughing, joking around their cars. They're so
not
close
wearing masks.
They're not wearing masks.
They're not wearing masks either.
They're so close they can open mouth kiss each other, and then they break up like a bunch of fags, and then they hit the streets, and they're telling you can't sit down. If you sit down and say, how long do you plan on sitting there? And they'll write it on the clipboard. And they make the patrol. And if you're there for longer than like 15 minutes, they're going to ask you again, how long do you plan on sitting there? They're going to give you a half hour. They'll come back in a half hour, and then they're going to harass you. And they're going to read you a whole line of shit off their fucking sheets they're supposed to read you over and over again. And then after that, at the worst case scenario, they'll take you in. They'll take you in and give you $1,000 fine. £1,000 fine. £1,000.
That's like $2,000. Yeah, that's like $1,600.
Yeah, and some of the benches they figured how they do is they wrapped them up in those back off tape. You know that caution tape. So the benches now have caution tape in a lot of areas in the parks. Caution tape. You can't sit there.
Yeah.
If you sit on the caution tape, boom, $1,000 fine.
Fuck that.
But people are not designed to be caged up. People need to walk around. They need to get out. I mean, that's human nature. If you coop people up too much, it's like the rat in the cage, right? It's going to cause the fighting with each other. You got to get out.
They're raiding churches, man. They're raiding churches. These people are hiding. They're like early proto-Christians that are hiding to have sermons. This is a weekend of faith. This is a God's weekend. This is a big holy weekend, and people are having to secretly hide to have service, because if you get together as a group, you're breaking the fucking law. You're breaking the law, and so churches are shut down.
The Queen needs more money. The Queen needs more money, Bob. So they got to give you a fine.
Oh yeah. If you go to church,
she already owns everything.
Everybody's fine that walks into a church as a group. Boom, $1,000. Boom, $1,000. They don't want you in churches.
You're not so crazy, though. It's just crazy. I just don't understand it. I mean, I just feel lucky to be where I am because I can go where the fuck I want. I mean, I don't go down to the village, but the things are kind of lightened up. But, in India, I saw videos of people in cities where during the lockdown, the police were pulling them over and beating them with sticks. They were getting beat with sticks for being out in the streets. I was like, what the fuck is that? And the military, they were holding people down and they were beating them with sticks to teach them a lesson of like this lockdown shit. I was like, oh my God, seriously, this is fucked.
What city is that happening in? Because I don't even see cops here. I drive around, go to Lowe's, go shopping, I go home, get food. Where is this happening?
In India.
Is it New York?
India.
No, in India, dude.
Oh, in India. Holy shit. Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious, man. That's hilarious.
Now, are they afraid if they kick somebody's ass, they might get the coronavirus? I mean, isn't that even worse?
No, but like the government, they issued the same rules as everybody, and then people were like, Indians, they don't care. And then the cops just pull them over and start beating them with sticks. And then they just like take their scooter back home. That's what's going on.
It's crazy, man. See, it's crazy.
Like our flesh, just like me. Cops are not out there. It's like I don't even see the cops here.
They're all in the lodges. They're all in their fucking lodge right now. They're all their Freemason lodge. I know exactly what they're.
But seriously, guys, if there's like a ravaging plague that's going out there, you think like police or the firefighters or anybody will be like, doing their duty? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think they got families to take care of, their own crap to take care of. I don't think they're going to be out in the streets like, genuinely. If there was a genuine worry that you're going to catch something and it's going to cause death, I don't think anybody want to go near that, whatever that is.
Yeah, I've already saw it. These people are compliant like 100%, with the exception of the awake. I can see the people that are awake, like Mike and Eric and myself, because we're the ones laughing and joking. We know it's fake. We're not scared. I see the locals here. They're quiet. They're obedient. They're humble to themselves. It's 6 feet apart. But then you see a group of people, like a guy and a girl or two guys laughing and joking. They're like, "Happy Corona Day." I'm like, "Dude, what's up? Happy Corona Day." And they're awake. You can see the awake and you can see the zombies, the slowheads. They just follow the rules.
Somebody in the chat were mentioning how, like, the WHO in the United States, I forgot where, like one of the meetings, they were saying, like, we have to be concerned about the families, and we have to go in there and dignified way of, like, get her or get whoever that is, disease, and get them out of there. And they're talking about, like, those homes and taking people out and breaking up families in American government. They're talking about this already.
Oh God, good luck.
I can see it. If they don't think that there's enough fear, I can see it to create more fear. I can see that.
Yeah, wow. Good luck with Americans, man.
But
it's
how
just
messed
everybody.
up is that?
Wow. Yeah, something's going to happen. I'm not buying this. This is all fucking fake. Something going on. We're waiting for that big ass, weird ass green ball to shine up in the sky coming up. Maybe it's going to drop something on here. It's a virus. Wormwood,
It's named after you guys. It's named after you guys. It's Wormwood.
I know. The Mona Lisa's now painted on wood, and then now we have wood fort, and then wood this and wood that. Pretty soon we're gonna have wormwood. Here comes wormwood. It's gonna tear some shit up.
Ragnar wrote, they are implying that we are all diseased, in need of confinement, and unable to even wipe our asses. Yeah. They're trying to take away our toilet paper.
Well, it is a position at the Buckingham Palace. You can have a position there as the ass wiper.
Yeah, you're the stool. Your job is to ask and check stools. That's your job.
Yeah. There's a real position. Like the Queen will take her dump, and then we'll bend over, and you have to wipe her ass.
I wonder how much you get paid for that. What do you call yourself? Ass wiper?
Come on, man. Probably a lot.
Probably a lot. I wipe her ass.
Yeah.
Do you get to put a little pinky in there too to make sure you get it really clean? Like a tea?
Do a little shocker.
Hold on.
Do a little shocker.
Gotta get it out. Got it. Your ass is clean.
Well, we don't really know what a reptilian asshole is like, though. I mean, we don't really know what a reptilian asshole is made of.
It's called a cloacal opening. So their job is to check the cloacal opening, and then they have to, like, massage around the cloacal opening. Reptiles like that, to have their cloacal openings massaged.
Do you think if you wipe her ass too rough, she'll have your head chopped off? Do you got to be gentle when you wipe her ass?
I would imagine you'd be gentle with her.
Oh yeah, that's a delicate position there. I mean, no joke, man. That's a delicate position for sure. I mean,
you hit it roll.
Yeah.
She just had her speech.
Do you think she has guys in that position or women to wipe her ass?
Don't know, man.
You're in the UK, dude. Find out, ass wiper's a woman,
dude. You're the one in England. Eric, Robert, you're the one in England. Don't you know this shit? You should know everything about the Queen. Come on, man. You're in England.
I don't have that information. Mike is correct. I unfortunately do not have that information about her rectum. I will find out if it was a male or female.
I'll look that up. I'll see if Google will tell me.
You do. I gotta grab a cup of coffee. Can you find out how the Queen's rectum is?
You don't have Alexa. You don't have Alexa to ask.
There you go. Have an Alexa. I do right here, guys. Right here.
Ask it.
Alexa, who wipes the Queen's ass?
Sorry, I don't know that.
Alexa, who wipes the Queen's butt?
Rectum.
Here's your story.
I'm speaking to you at what I know is an increasingly challenging time. Silent destruction in the life of our
Alexa,
country.
stop.
What? Wait. You just asked her. You asked Alexa who wipes Queen's butt, and that's the story.
Bob, did we not do a video saying the Queen is a CGI?
Yes, I did.
Look at her dress on the screen. You can see
What
through
is it like? What's it doing?
She's wearing green.
Really?
Yeah.
It's CGI, baby.
Oh,
green.
Oh, you can see
wow.
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 Put your tongue where her chest is.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't know what the hell I just did there. That's weird.
Wow. We just saw it for the first time, guys,
man.
right here.
That was trippy.
Live on the Gypsy Road show.
That just confirms that she's a shape-shifting reptilian right there.
Yes, that's what Putin says.
That proves it.
And I'm gonna ask the ghost. I got the ghost box here. Hey,
Putin, right?
Who wipes the Queen's ass? Is it a male or female? I'll see what this says.
1 second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now I'm asking it to see who wipes the Queen's ass. Am I gonna get something? Am I gonna get a word? Who wipes the Queen's ass? Is it a male or female?
Oh, who is it?
Thinking, dude, it's thinking.
I want to have that. I want that answer.
I know, dude. Okay, I don't know. I should not tell this story, or I don't know if I should tell this story or not about this thing. I don't know if I should. I don't want to get my ass kicked. Now, a lot of people say this is fake, right? This gives you fake words. It just gives you random words, right? But I have to question that thought to say this is fake or not. I'm going to tell you why. I shouldn't say this. I don't know. I should keep this to myself. Well, okay. Listen. Hey, Bob, I'm going to listen to this. I was in bed with this thing, right? I was in bed. I had the wife next to me, right? Are you listening?
Yes.
Let's just say maybe I was getting a little frisky. Maybe, just maybe. Maybe I was getting a little frisky. And I swear to you this is not a fucking lie. There was a word that came up when I was getting a little frisky.
What was it?
You know what that word was?
What?
Now, I could see this thing picking up random words, but the word that came up was moan.
Moan.
Were
you moaning at the time?
I'm not confirming that. I'm not gonna put that in people's heads, but the word that came up while I was in the bed came up was moan.
Well, if you were moaning, it's gonna come up as moan.
But
how does it make you feel, Eric, though?
It's kind of freaky, dude, because I'm sitting there it said moan. Is there somebody watching me? Now, if it did pick up random words, I'm not saying it's fake or not, but if it does pick up random words, what are the chances of that? Well, believe her.
She's telling the truth.
I asked the question of who wiped her ass.
Who is her?
Believe her.
The Queen?
So,
believe
her. Now, guys, I'm not saying that thing's real or not, but what are the chances of me in bed and the word came up as moan? That's a lucky ass word to come up with.
I'm sorry, that's kind of disgusting.
Yeah. I kind of have to agree with Robert there. You in bed and moan. Is that an image that we have to have in our mind right now?
Yeah, it's not a good image to have in your mind. No.
That's why I was like, I was like, should I even mention it?
Are you getting enough action there, Eric? Are you doing all right?
Well, I guess I don't believe her. That's just funny. Just believe her.
That's funny. I need to grab me some coffee here in a second.
Well, actually, we hit our over 2 hour mark, so I'm probably going to end it here. But right in there, like I said, guys, this Thursday is going to be pretty cool. Got somebody from the paranormal side. So if you're into the paranormal side, you should be here. You should be here no matter what. But you should be here because we get to ask so many questions who's not in a Mandela effect community. So with some answers we might get, it's going to be from a real person who's not in a Mandela effect world like we are. So it's that's kind of cool in that kind of a sense. You know what I mean, Bob? Like,
well, yeah, I mean,
like Mike Healy's a great guy, but he's been in the Mandela effect community, so some answers might be more easy related to us. But getting somebody who's not, sometimes those answers can be more valuable.
Well, not everyone has.
Do you think
big discoveries? Like small Mandela effects that nobody else knows about. Mike knew some stuff I didn't know about.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know about some of the stuff he's talking about.
Well, everybody is Mandela affected.
Yes.
Like you talk to anybody, they're going to be Mandela affected. It's just that they're not aware of the fact that they're Mandela affected.
Exactly.
That's the difference.
Exactly. That's why it's fun having these guests who are not exactly in the community. That it's kind of cool to find out what their memories are. Kind of like Sea Squashers, right? When she told us her Mandela effect story was something that was related to her in her town about a statue.
Delano.
Yes, it's very cool. I love hearing those stories. I love it.
Delano Roosevelt. Delano. Theodore Delano. Come on, man. Are you?
No. No, it's not Theodore Roosevelt. It's FDR.
FDR. That's right.
FDR.
Yeah. Delano.
So we're
Franklin.
We are gonna end the show right here, people. So Thursday, the Paranormal TV show, and then Friday, people. Flat Earth with the Matrix, man. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be electrifying. So hopefully Bob gets his power back, or maybe the Matrix boys can give you power.
Yeah.
Or maybe you can have Brian talk to your power company. He'll get your power back on.
There's a clapper.
All right, everybody.
All right. Well, it was fun
for coming on. It was fun. I love sometimes just having these simple shows that we just talk the shit. We just talk like we're friends. We don't know, there's no topic. We just have fun.
Even though we're not.
Well, damn. I thought we were friends.
No, just the way you said it. Like, it's great to have great to have these shows and talk like as if we were friends or something. I was like, even though we're not. I'm just kidding.
What I meant, it's great to have conversations just like you're with your friends in the backyard. You're just kicking back, talking whatever. Nothing is scripted. Nothing is scripted on our show. You hear what you hear, right? So, all right, everybody. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on Thursday. The time for my wasted